Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another dun anime review, and today we're reviewing the anime, the one, the only Naruto. So sit back and relax and let's get started. Moments prior to Naruto Uzumaki's birth, a huge demon known as Kyuubi, the nine-tailed fox, attacks Konohagakure, the hidden leaf village, and wreaks havoc. In order to put an end to the nine-tailed fox rampage, the leader of the village, the Fourth Hokage, sacrificed his life and sealed the monstrous beast inside his newborn son, Naruto. Now Naruto is a hyper-outed and knucklehead ninja living in the hidden leaf village. Shunned because of the Kyuubi inside him, Naruto struggles to find his place in the village, while his burning desire to become a Hokage at the hidden leaf village leads him not only to some great new friends, but also some very deadly foes. And this is Naruto. Look at him. To be honest, Naruto is the most overhyped show in existence. Everyone goes on how great it is, and for my expectation, it was equally high. However, going up the entire series, don't get me wrong, the show is enjoyable, but definitely not one of the best shows out there. You know, there are another iterations of Naruto and other series that follow, like Shippuden and things that will follow. The overall concept of the show isn't hard to follow. It's an alternate world where ninjas live in. The ninjas fight by using various skills, and they have their own powerful inside them called chakra. Chakra is used to perform power attack, which usually belongs to either of the 5 traditional elements of earth, fire, water, air, and lightning. Of course, since they are ninjas, they fight with weapons like shurikens and kanes, as well as hand-to-hand combat. Accepted of this kind of world, there are powerful villains and foes that will counter the young protagonist along his way, having different goals and reasons behind their evil. The story follows Naruto, one of these ninjas, as he grows into a ninja. From being a stupid little prank playing brat to become a fire ninja. Along the way, he interacts and makes new friends with fellow ninjas, finding his way towards his dream of becoming Hokage, the leader of his village. The story, as well as the concept, would indicate there are a lot of characters, a lot of background stories. Won't complain about that, but they managed to drag out everything so much. Some fights take several episodes, when they could have been done just as good as the 1 or 2. There are also the stories go like the fight, background story, fight, even more fighting, and half an episode's worth of resting or journey, fight, and so on. I mean, it's cool to watch the fights, but there are some way too many fights, and they drag most of them out unnecessary lengths. The only really durable fight was between Sasuke and Naruto right before the fillers begin, which brings up another thing: fillers. I normally don't mind fillers, but Naruto has really stupid ones. Sure, there was occasional diamond among the charcoal, but that doesn't excuse the high amount of bad filler. I mean, just because there are fillers doesn't mean they have to make them bad. Several shows actually made decent and sometimes long filler, especially Bleach, with its 40 episode long Boner arc. But Naruto doesn't really set the range in between there, sadly. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, it is bad. Silly is usually good, but not when it's immaturely silly. And guess what? Naruto is silly in an immature way. It's so dreadfully silly that sometimes you have to take a deep breath and remind yourself it will get serious at some point in each of the episodes when you follow him. Another thing I really like to set on is the animation, even though it's not that bad, but it managed to get the description, and it's slightly above average. However, a lot of time it gloried with animation, like a lot of errors in animation sometimes, and then with all the amount of error decrease of each episode past, at least by every second episode before the 100, has one or more moments of slipping of the animation. Wonder if they will ever consider firing the animator sometime. I decided to mention they should really do something about Rock Lee, even though I slightly got about his interesting looks in the show in general. He's one of the side characters you would meet. The characters are fairly okay. Some of them are really annoying. Some of them you're just like, you tend to hate. And some of them you just tend to hate because of their looks, like Gar and Lee. All because of the failed attempts to make some of them comic relief. And the all too familiar pervy Sage Jiraiya. And there are really some nice background story there, and some of them are much more elaborate upon more than others. Many of the characters get a fair amount of screen time, which some people can seem a little bit too much. and while others will be content with it because their favorite character from the show gets an episode for him or herself. I like the fact that most of them have dreams or aspirations and motives for what they are doing, how they are usually acting. The girl relationship between them is also very nice. They're maturing along with Naruto, who's slowly getting accepted by more and more people through hard work. Basically, they portray the characters very well and not too over the top, but some of them act stupid and silly from time to time, which drags the character rating down. I have some mixed feelings from the show, which kind of drags down on the enjoyable factor of it. Great concept, not as good story, but both good and bad music. Horror animation at times, many characters with background stories, some of them great, some of them not so great. It's hard to completely make up my mind, but with a rating I might give the show, and my feeling towards the different aspects of the show. Like, I would give the rating of the show now probably a 7.9 out of 10. It has an overall 220 episodes. It also has a manga series. It's an action, adventure, comedy, superpower, martial art, and shonen. Each episode is 23 minutes per episode, and it's also rated PG-13. So if you find out you're not watching unless you have your adult with you or adult consent, just saying, because there are a lot of episodes that are not meant for children. Just saying. But overall, Naruto doesn't get a bad rep. It's a lot that I feel like they could have fleshed out better. But during the time that it was released in 2002 and ended in 2007, you gotta work with materials that you have been given, sadly. Ugh. And what else? Overall, besides the other side character, there are many adaptations of this series. Like I said, Shippuden with another series of Naruto to continue it. Also, the Naruto and Boruto saga, where I'm not getting too much into that, but let's just say there are a lot more to the series and a lot of side stories and moves that follow along with the rest of the Naruto franchise. So as each season progressed, it got better and better. Just like the first season, don't get your hopes up. I mean, I prefer you watching it dub versus sub because everyone has their opinion of what they enjoy hearing their character voices sound like. Overall, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. So when you do watch Naruto, if you already have, comment down below if you saw some of these errors in animation or there's too much filler in these episodes in Naruto. I like it. Did you enjoy any of the side characters like I did? Some people say Sakura, oh no, it's very annoying, and I get that. She does get off that vibe, but overall she tends to mature over the season. So hopefully you comment down below in the comment section which character was your favorite, which one really annoyed you, and to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There are other characters like Sakura. She's the most flanked from my experience because parts of a useless female role, which I hate. The thing is, she realizes herself that she actually tries to change herself with because more interesting scenes down the road. And then there's the rival for Naruto. Sasuke is probably the most intriguing of the main characters simply because he admittedly only trained to kill a certain man, and since he and Naruto clashed a few times over their belief system, particularly in the overall so excellent final arc. And then we have the excellent teacher, Kakashi. There isn't a lot to say as he reveals very few nuggets of information about himself. He's a cool guy, but he's very much a supporting character in the series. But overall it has an excellent cast of supporting characters from intelligent yet lethargic Shikamaru to the Bruce Lee wannabe Rock Lee. Pretty cool to see all the different characters who usually have a very interesting, unique fighting style clashes with one another. So those are the other characters that you will see in the series if you have not seen Naruto without giving too much away. And there are always certain villains like Orochimaru who will rather frequently pop up in a scene or just do a scene to take some time for the most memorable moments of the series. Another thing important throughout the series is the running theme of revenge and human relations. Everyone from Gaara to Sasuke to Naruto himself have some sort of bad experience through their childhood, and it seems as though friendship overcomes tragedy may be the predominant theme throughout the show. The plots are the fine scene because during the training arc and beyond, they're very small animations, just overall well done. An example of this is when Shikamaru has a more normal scene because he uses his head instead of his physical abilities, and his fight scenes are just interesting to watch and very good aspect of it. But there were a lot of arcs in this series which I don't want to delve too much into, then I would just be rambling. But if you have free time to watch 222 episodes, then have at it, because I remember watching as a kid, I was like, didn't realize that there were a lot. But now that I'm an adult, there was a lot of episodes and a lot of filler that I didn't realize was going on in this arc in general. Overall, the intro and outro songs were very good. They were very detailed in my sense. So, story I would give a 7. Art I would give somewhat of an 8. Sound is a 9. It depends if you watch it in sub or dub, how you think the voices will sound to you as a whole, as a character. Characters, I give it like a rate 8. Enjoyment, 8-ish, 7-ish, depending on the enjoyment of it. To sum it up, don't go into Naruto expecting to see some tight script ever writing or any thought provoking. Just go in it for the fun times, and maybe you just be surprised by some of the well developed supporting characters. Make no mistake, Naruto was a great experience for me growing up, because I went into this expecting something more, and growing up as a child, it does impact me more because there were more female characters in the series, but like I went into the females to be strong and not portrayed as something weak and like the whole stereotypical like damsel and chef. But it did get better overall, so not everyone's gonna agree with my critiques of this series. I get that everyone loves Naruto, that's how they first got started into anime. I'm just relaying the facts of how I feel about the series as a whole. And I hope y'all enjoy this anime reviews for tonight. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow for another anime review. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.